Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video. I just got back from the doctor here a little while ago. It was my 3-week follow-up with the cardiologist after he had started me on the mitodrin to see how it was working. And I'm a little frustrated, to be quite honest. I know I made a video like day 10 of, or what should have been day 10 of taking the mitodrin, since I did end up with a very, very bad case of bronchitis, which ended up going away rather quickly, but I was on a lot of medicines for it. But like, I was having really bad side effects from taking the mitodrin, and I've been on it before, and I had very bad side effects and dangerously high blood pressures, and that's why we stopped it. And dangerously low heart rates too. So when he decided that we should retry it because my blood pressures were so low, I was game because we were trying a very low dose, and we were trying like the smallest dose it comes in. So, you know, I didn't really try that much last time. I tried it and we went up. So I did. I gave it a try for 3 weeks, or I guess it was more like 2 of the 3 weeks I was supposed to try it. So I did go back today, and I flat out told him I did not like the side effects. And I explained to him that it was giving me very bad chest pains, and my heart rate was dropping very low to the point where I actually drank caffeine because my heart rate was so incredibly low that I didn't want to go to the hospital because I knew they would not do anything for me but send me home. And it was the middle of the night, and it had started in that afternoon, but it pulled into the middle of the night, and it was still low like this morning, because this happened again yesterday. Yesterday afternoon my heart rate dropped to 30, and through the night my heart rate was between 27 and 33 roughly the entire night, and even this morning. And this morning I drank caffeine because my heart rate, it was like 4 o'clock this morning. I needed to bring my heart rate up. So that's what I did. I drank the caffeine. And I had a dose of mitodrin yesterday morning. So I flat out told him I did not like it. And so we agreed not to take it. But then that kind of changed anyway. And but yeah. He didn't really question much of anything. He was just like, well, if you don't like it, or if you're having these side effects, then you don't need to be taking it. But at the same time, he told me to take it more as an as-needed medicine instead of every day. So if my blood pressure is very low, to take it. So I'm not entirely sure exactly what he was thinking about that, because that made no sense to me. And he didn't really clarify that. But what really drove me crazy is we came back to the age thing. And I really wish that people would just, I know I'm 25. That's fine. There's nothing I can do about that. But do not use my age as a reasoning behind things. And that's what he did today. He was looking over my medications, and I'm not really taking that many compared to what I used to take. And he asked me, like, why am I taking Zyrtec and Allegra and Singular? And I was like, because I have very bad allergies. Oh, and I have Benadryl too for allergies. And he asked, well, why am I taking those? I said, well, because I have very bad allergies. Why are you taking Zantac and Carafate? Because I'm back on the Carafate. And, I have bile and acid problems in my stomach and in my esophagus. And he asked about, like, every little medicine, and I don't take that many. I take the Imitrex for migraines. And I try not to take that often. See what else? Zofran. He asked about that, like, why do I take that? And I was like, I barely take it, but it's for nausea. Because I can't help it if I get nauseous, that happens. But he told me I was on too many medications for a 25-year-old and to stop all medicines. And I just looked at him and I was like everything? What are you, are you just talking about the Midodrine? And he wants me to stop all allergy medicines, all of my medicines that the GI doctor has put me on. And that blows my mind. I do not think... I understand last year about this time, the cardiologist cut me off of all medicines, but there was a reason behind that. My liver was not doing well. I needed to stop. But my cardiologist is telling me what GI medicines to take, and that my allergy medicines are not appropriate. I don't need to be taking medicines for allergies. That just really blew my mind. I was just like, okay. I did tell him I'd have to talk to other doctors about that, because I'm not going to stop those unless I get a clear from the physician who actually prescribed them. Oh, and he also wants me to stop my magnesium and potassium. My magnesium and potassium are chronically low. Almost every lab test I've had, very rarely they'll come back normal. But 98% of the time, they come back low. So why do you want me to stop that? That made no sense to me either. It was very frustrating, because this is what he told me, since I'm 25, I should be able to get that from my diet without a problem. And I'm on no medicines that decrease my levels, and I'm stopping the rest of my medicine, so it won't be a problem. I was so mad. It was just insane. And the age thing just kept coming up today, and it was driving me crazy. That because I am 25, that it is okay that my blood pressure is low. And that, it's not very nice that I don't have a cushion for it to drop, because if it drops, I drop. That's what he said. But because I am 25, it's okay to have a low blood pressure. It's perfectly normal. Which I beg to differ, that it's not perfectly normal to be orthostatic. And even the nurse that was in the room was just like, okay. Because I was orthostatic today in their office when the nurse took my orthostatics. And then when he rechecked them, they were even worse. So, yeah. But it's okay because I'm 25. Let's see, what else was there because of my age? Oh, this is my favorite. He wants me to start, like, strengthening exercises. He said, like push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, and he said I could all, possibilities to do that, or to go out and ride bikes, and because we are in the mountains, he said, mountain bike and jog and rollerblade. I'm pretty sure I made a video about my last rollerblading experience. I ran into a tree. Going into their office, I ran into the wall trying to get onto the scale. I ran into the door walking into the room. So, I'm not quite sure I'm quite coordinated enough for like that kind of physical activities. Let alone really bad balance. I tip over just standing up. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out for me. But apparently just walking is not appropriate. And when I go walking, I try to walk quite a bit. It's not just a mile. Right now, I think I'm up to 6.5 miles when I go walking. But walking is for an 80-year-old, not a 25-year-old. That's what I was told today. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's really frustrating for me right now. He told me to come back. We're going to come back in 3 months. He said if I need him before that to call and make an appointment, he'd be glad to see me, or whatever. And I'm just like, this is a top-rated doctor who just, I don't know, he's using my age as a reason to not be able to do things or not be on medicines, and that I should be perfectly normal. And I don't see it. I don't see how it's beneficial at all. I don't think age really matters in that respect. So I don't know. I give it maybe 3 weeks before my potassium becomes dangerously low. And my magnesium it will be dangerously low too. So yeah, I'm waiting for those days where for like 3 or 4 days my heart rate doesn't go below 140, and I'll go and knock on his office door. But I mean, he's a great doctor, and that's what's so frustrating about this, is he knows what he's doing, but he's come to me about the age. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do right now. He did say that he did argue with himself about whether or not I should have a pacemaker, or an implantable heart monitor, and he just can't see how either one of these is going to benefit me right now. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure where this is going to go. He, the first appointment, he had all these, like, we can do this, type things. This should really help. And the mitogen did help, but I can't tolerate the side effects. So that's not my fault. But because of that, we're not really doing anything. We don't have any other options, is what he told me, and I refuse to believe that as well. So I don't know. It's my little rant for the day. Just because you are a certain age does not mean you can't be treated. It's annoying. That should not be the reason for anything. I'm tired of hearing it. I've been hearing it for years now. But yeah, this video has gone way too long. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well, and I'll make a new video in a couple days. And I will talk to y'all later.